How's it going, everyone? Looks like I got 10 views yesterday on my paid video. I got some good comments, bad comments. Looks like a majority of you did not like it, which is fine. I'm looking for loyal customers, and so I made 20 bucks on the video, and a lady named Bethany gave me a donation yesterday, so it turned out to be a good day for me. I have to build it somehow, and it's just the way it is. I need to start branding my product. This is a style of trading that I have not seen in 20 years, and it's mine, and I got to protect it, and I got to make money off of it, if that's the case. But yeah, you know what? I spent 6 hours on videos yesterday, and I made what, 25 bucks? Or no, wait, 35 bucks? I mean, that's just the way it is. So, sorry you didn't like it. Maybe it was the video itself, but I don't imagine why you would hate the video, because the miners suck today. Even JNUG came 8% down. So I was accurate on the video, and I don't know what else to say. But that being said, I'm going to continue to do the miners for 2 bucks on a weekly basis, and haven't decided if I'm going to do the weekly reviews as a charge. I'm going to keep the daily videos free. I might keep the weekly videos, the weekly reviews free, and I might just charge for the monthly reviews. I think that sounds fair. I mean, upwards of 6 hours a day doing video. It seems fair. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. But, we'll just keep it at that. If everyone shies away, then that's my fault. But I got to do it. I can't keep working for free. So let's get on with it. All right, the dollar. We're still waiting for this thing to turn over. We got a head and shoulders top. I got a previous lows, the breakdown, but now it's so far above support. So is it going to turn around and whip right back across? Looks like it is so far. Let's see what happens when it hits resistance here shortly. That's not a perfect hammer. It has a trading action of a hammer. It gapped down, and it filled the gap. Let's see what happens when it hits resistance. Previous lows. So a little turnaround. Could be the bearish retracement, allowing it to hit resistance and then falling over. But that head and shoulders top is pretty ominous. Let's see. It's only Tuesday. Okay. S&P. Lower highs at the top. The weekly. Let's keep to the daily since we're not on the weekly close. 2-bar pattern still working. Higher lows. Or 2-bar pattern. A lower high. Came across at 34. Bearish retraced. Let's see what happens at resistance. Is it going to bust on through? So I got a nice cross over the 34, bearish retracement, selling short, or sell into resistance. If you were holding on this whole time and it came back into resistance, that's your best sell. If you're going short, that's your best short. Same old on the Dow, still working. The 2-bar reversal. We got lower highs, and it's back into resistance. Broke down into resistance. Let's see what happens. So far it's rejected. And Looks like the NASDAQ hasn't given up yet. I do have a lower high. So look for previous lows. Looks like it came into previous lows, got rejected, closing below. So far it's holding previous highs. And I got a 2. That was the bullish piercing pattern. Back into resistance. So now we got a lower high confirmed. Do we open up across resistance or do we fall on over? We'll have to see how this develops. The VIX looks like it popped and came back through. That's the volatility index. We had the breakdown on S&P and then the recovery back into resistance. The opposite is happening here. It popped out, came back into support. I got lower highs coming in. Let's get a turnaround on the VIX. See what happens on the way up. Let's take a look at crude. I got a hammer forming. I got a hammer, higher lows. Let's get into previous lows. Hopefully get up into previous highs, into resistance. So we came into V bottom here, came into resistance, made a B bottom. Watch a flat top break into resistance on the way up. I got previous highs coming in. So I got higher lows, hammer, take out the hammer into resistance, back into support, and try again. Same old, same old. Still a rejection on Shanghai. It's coming back into support. So far it's holding. I need to get back above previous highs to get this ball rolling. I got higher lows all the way up. Follow that line. So far its support is holding on the top here. But I do have a whipsaw. So this is going to have to maybe whipsaw on the backside to negate it. So watch this come back into support. See what happens. 10-year, looks like we got a little turnaround. Didn't come down to its natural point of return and turned before that spot at support. So let's see where this is let's see if this bounces in to resistance and gets rejected, or somehow forms a higher low and climbs on up from here. Like I said before, I have a double top working, and so far the triple bottom is holding. And whenever I often say, when it doesn't come down to its natural point of return and misses the point, that's double bullish. So let's see if it gets rejected at resistance, comes back for a lower high and tries again, or just, you know, like it has been doing, gapping over resistance. Let's see what happens. It's only Tuesday. Nikkei. Nikkei broke down. It's coming back into resistance. That's a bearish retracement. Let's see how this develops for the rest of the week. Although, we could change this into a different opposing point if we can get back above resistance. That's a nice little pattern off that bottom there. Ascending triangle off the bottom. Hasn't moved yet. See what happens here shortly. Nice hammer. Off of support. Watch the previous high breaks. Looks like 39.50. Let's shoot into previous lows. See if we can get into the next previous lows. Looks like coal's finding a bottom. Looks like steel came right back above that gap. Let's see what happens when it hits resistance on the way up. See if it gets rejected. It could get rejected and then hold support still. So I got a previous low here, I got a previous low here, and that gap down, over. I bet you if you look on a longer term chart, that is a bullish piercing pattern. Bullish piercing pattern has to go all the way up 50% roll. This opened down and it's coming on in. If I can close this above 50% roll, that is a nice bullish piercing pattern. It's only Tuesday for a weekly chart. Let's real quick GDX. It's just oh, never mind. I need to change that around there. Okay, let's do this then. Let's go to gold. I got a double top working, lower high. Got rejected so far. That's the daily chart. Now the weekly chart, we have to hold support because we crossed over the 34. Watch it come into support, very shallow. Let's see. I got a falling star here, lower high. Higher lows. We have a pattern. See what happens when we get into resistance. See if it'll make a higher low. Climbing. Little stair step across resistance. We could try again across that 34 on the weekly. Or I'm sorry, we're already above the 34. We need to get a previous high break at 1260. Right? Into previous lows. We're working it hard. We've got a left, right, even a cup and handle. Once it explodes, I don't think it's going to look around and ask for permission. So just it had a 3 or 4 points gain today, and it took it all back. So we're about $10 from the break. Silver. Let's look at this. All right, so I have a bottom trend line that it's popping over. So I'm bullish on it. It could pop into resistance and come back into support, no problem. I got a left head, right shoulder, flat top break coming in at 1850 into previous lows. Let's hold previous highs. We're above previous highs. Let's hold it. Let's bust into previous lows across that 1850 with just a blast, and then we can try for the highs. Always resistance on the way up, but once we hit blue skies over 1850, we could hit the next line of resistance, come back into support somehow, and try again. 1850 will get us 21.5, 21.25. Looks like silver held its gains today, backed off just a tiny bit. Let's get deeper into this one. So far, lower highs. We've got to keep the momentum going. Watch it for it to come back into support. And on the intradays, I'm not sure what the fat fingers are over here. Someone's playing games to ruin charts so no one can see what's going on. But this one ran all the way up to like 10,000. Whoa. I don't know what's going on. It's a fat finger problem. Come on. So let's keep riding this wave on the way up. Silver's doing pretty good. Nice bounce off for support. Let's have previous high breaks at 1820. Let's keep it running. Let's stay above previous highs. We've got momentum. Let's keep it going. Nice flat top break coming. 1820, 1825. Let's see what happens tonight. It might hit resistance and come back into support and try again. You never know. That silver's looking pretty good. Copper. Copper came back into support. Didn't come all the way into support, which is previous highs. So nice U. Look for the flat top break. Look for maybe back and forth, back and forth. That's the hourly chart. Let's go to the daily. It's coming off a bottom. Long-legged doji, and it broke the top, and the momentum's carrying. Nice doji. That's a beautiful doji. Opened up, took a ride. Real quick, GDX. GDX cup and handle. Sideways action here on the handle. Look for the flat top breaks at 23.55. Got to hold support at 22.60. Get above previous lows. Let's break previous highs. Flat top break. Looks pretty definite. Just today it just rolled over. So it's waiting for something. GDX. Cup and handle again. Came all the way back into support on this one. Holding support on the way up. Let's get a flat top break. Previous breaks. Flat top break. Got plenty of resistance right there at 38. Let's get above 38 and get a runner. It's just a little bit set back today. Another cup and handle, sideways action here. Nugget. Let's take a previous high break. Looks like 10 is going to be the big emotional spot on this chart. And then J-Nug. What a little sissy lala. It is not doing what the other ones are doing. I got a nice cup and handle, but it's being extended way down. And it came all the way through previous low here, and so I think came all the way back into support on this daily chart. It bounced. So be ready to buy it back tomorrow if gold and silver continue on this momentum trend. I got previous lows as resistance, 767. It's about 750. Let's break into that range, get above 9, break that 10 mark. Got lots of gaps over that 10. But nice cup and handle, it's just pulling it way back. And you got to hold that upward trend line. And it did. Came and it smacked it. Alright. So look for a slingshot effect. If you sold out and got crapped out, look for previous high breaks. Looks like anything above 7. Hold 7 as support. We had support at 7 yesterday and it broke through. So if you were riding it and 7 broke down, you knew you had to sell it because it was going to fall into the next range. So real quick, let's look at Bitcoin. We're above the 8 on Bitcoin, hitting the 13. Let's see this come back into support. Try again. I got a left shoulder, head. Let's see if we can get a reverse head and shoulders working off of this thing. It's almost there. Maybe I can get this past the 13 into the 13 for support. And I do have a cryptocurrency channel that I'm experimenting with. And so far, trading the cryptocurrency altcoins have been a blast. There was one that went up 3,000% yesterday. When was the last time you saw something go up 100%? This thing went up 3,000%. It's awesome. Anyways. Thing is, they're like penny stocks. They're below pennies. So, hella fun. Let's look at Cliff. I think Cliff is turning around somehow. Yeah, I got a 3-bar pattern on the bottom there. AG. Come on, AG. I need you. Still holding support at 776. Watch for a flat top break above 8. Into resistance, previous lows, 876. Come back into support. Try that, you know, a little back and forth, back and forth. So watch that break. Into resistance, back into support, bam, 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 bam. Back and forth pinch. Let's see what happens on this one. I'm really surprised it's not doing better than it is. But our day is coming. Let's see how Nat came down in the bottom. Nice U into the bottom. Bullish consolidation right there. Look for previous high breaks. Buy into support. Previous high breaks. Get over that 34 for support. And call it even. 22 minutes is a good video. Please share, comment, and like. Let me know what's going on out there, and thank you for all your support.